Hi guys, this is GSMDome and I'm here with the unboxing of the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, the current Xiaomi flagship for the year 2025. It's also a camera phone with no less than 4 back cameras, all of them with Leica lenses, all of them with 8K filming and a huge camera module to go with it. Snapdragon 8 Elite processor inside, and to be honest, not as big of a body as I expected. While the camera module may be huge, the actual body is not that huge compared to a Galaxy Ultra, for example. Now the price in China is 854 euros, which is excellent. In Europe is probably going to be 1200 or something like that. The phone offers 4 years of Android updates. It has the AI smarts. It also comes with Circle to Search as well as Gemini and a few other AI features. Aside from that, the cool back cameras, it also has a brand new 200 megapixel telephoto camera, just like just like Honor has now on its flagship, and I think that Oppo as well. Okay, so powered by HyperOS in the latest version with AI. Let's see what's in the box. The European Union imposes the lack of a charger in the box. That's the trend right now. Eco-friendly. Here we have the metal key used to access the slots, and here as well we have other accessories. First of all, a case which is transparent but not flexible. Here, this one is the quick start guide and warranty card. And we also have the safety information coupled with a cable which goes from USB-C to USB-A. Those are all the accessories you're going to get in the box here. Nothing extra. Well, depending on your region, you may get, who knows, some extras in your area. Okay, so we have addressed this, but I also have to address something else. Browsing to the documents there, I discovered the SAR value of the phone, the radiation level. It's 0.997 watts per kilogram for the head, 0.998 watts per kilogram for the body. Now the phone itself, the design, not hugely different from the predecessor. Maybe the camera module has gotten bigger. This white version I have here reminds me of marble, and the pattern here feels like waves. It measures 9.35 millimeters in thickness in a black or white version, or a thicker 9.48 millimeters in a special silver chrome. There's a two-tone version which mimics the Leica camera look. It's hefty at 226 grams, but the silver chrome is even heftier at 229 grams. The grip is quite okay on account of the flat frame, and we have a textured power button here to feel it properly when there's no light around you. We have a Xiaomi Shield Glass 2.0 at the front for protection, and aluminum frame, no titanium, no steel, just aluminum. Xiaomi provides IP68 certification for water and dust resilience, and once again, huge camera module. I would say that's pretty much it design-wise. It's pretty easy to handle, and we have some pretty narrow bezels for the screen. That's something else that I noticed. Now, speaking of the screen, it's a 6.73-inch panel, of course, of the AMOLED variety, with a 2K resolution, 3200 over 1440 pixels. It offers up to 3200 nits of brightness, considering there are phones out there which have 5000 or so. It's impressive, but definitely not a record. That's something to mention here. 68 billion colors, now that's a record. I mean, Samsung phones aren't showing as much, so a lot of colors to show here. The refresh rate goes between 1 and 120 Hz, and we also have up to 300 Hz touch sampling rate for gamers. There's PWM dimming if you want to get rid of the annoying flicker which may damage your eyes. And a feature called Wet Touch. If the screen is wet, you're still going to do some nice input with it. Of course, HDR10+, Dolby Vision, and TUV Rhineland protection for low blue light emission. And as usual, a ton, and I do mean a ton, of settings for the screen. Advanced textures is something you don't see everywhere, plus a lot of color features and options. Now we're going past the screen and into the CPU world. The famous Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite is here. It's a 3nm chip made by TSMC. It's got Orion cores, not ARM cores, Adreno GPU, and a special NPU with 80 TOPS of power. As far as the other resources are concerned, we have here quite the potent phone, which provides 16 gigs of RAM, LPDDR5X, as well as half a terabyte of storage, 512 gigabytes, UFS 4.1. The regular Xiaomi 15, not the Ultra, has UFS 4.0, so it's an upgrade. Plus 3D dual-channel ice loop system for the cooling of this very powerful processor. No microSD, just in case you're wondering. There's something else we're missing here compared to the Chinese version, which has a 6000 mAh battery. This one has a slightly smaller battery, which Europeans may feel disappointed about. So it's a 5410 mAh battery. There's 90 watts wireless charging, 80 watts wireless charging, and I'm pretty sure we also get reverse wireless charging, which should be available somewhere in the settings. There's battery protection, there's also more features here, additional features, firmware updates and more. Not sure about that, but the small one definitely has it, so the big one is also expected to have it. For the fun part, we have Dolby Atmos for the stereo speaker, so one's here and one's not here. They're using the hybrid setup now. Xiaomi used to rely on special hose here. I'm actually shocked that I don't see an infrared emitter at the top side like I used to. Maybe they hid it better, or maybe there's none. We also do have 4 microphones on board capable of high-res audio, and the fingerprint scanner in the screen is of the ultrasonic variety. Now on the connectivity front, you're treated with all the goodies, Wi-Fi 7, 5G, there's even Bluetooth 6.0, we usually rely on 5.4, and USB-C 3.2 at the bottom. We have NFC, we have GPS, and I'm still not sure about the whole infrared thing. And finally, after much discussion, it's time to tackle the, you've guessed it, camera. We start off with the selfie one. It's cut in the screen here. You can see the hole. It's a 32 megapixel shooter with f2.0 aperture and 90-degree field of view. It's an OmniVision sensor, just so you know, with a 21mm focal length and 4K capture and HDR and portrait as well. At the back camera, I can actually write an essay about it. There's so much happening here. You can see the dual tone flash here. You can see the periscope camera here. We got a Leica Vario Sumilax lenses, but let's start with the main sensor. 50 megapixel f1.63 optical image stabilization and a Sony Lithia 900 sensor. This time we have a 23mm focal length. We don't have a variable aperture. We do have a 1-inch sensor, and we have 3.2 micron pixels, 14 exposure value, high dynamic range, and 8p aspherical lens. Then we have the special telephoto floating lens Leica camera, 50 megapixel again, f1.6 aperture, it could actually be f1.8 this time, optical image stabilization, and a Sony IMX858 sensor, 70mm focal length, and you can use it to take macros at 10 centimeters. 3x optical zoom, just so you know, so it's the other telephoto camera. This is the periscope one, Leica periscope telephoto camera, 200 megapixel optical image stabilization and a special HP9 sensor, 100mm focal length, which is quite impressive, and 4-in-1 pixels and 4.3x optical zoom. Finally, the fourth camera, ultra wide Leica 50 megapixel f2.2 aperture, 115 degrees, and a JN5 sensor made by Samsung. 14mm focal length, 4-in-1 pixels, and Xiaomi is providing here AISP 2.0 with Fusion LM, with all the goodies that help you take decent shots, actually more than decent, camera level. One of the core features here is the stepless master portrait, stepless meaning that you don't feel the steps when you're zooming in. Okay, so let's get straight to it. We also have a laser focus, a color spectrum sensor, and a very complicated user interface, which oddly enough is different. You're getting a different interface on this one compared to the regular Xiaomi 15. You're pulling from here to get the extras. On the Xiaomi 15, there is a more section here. That's the difference. Let's take them one by one. So you can do the document scanning. You have portrait here, and portrait actually includes filters, Leica filters, vivid, natural, black and white, and a lot of others. Now, aside from that, this is master portrait. You also have Leica portrait, so it all depends on what you're looking for. You can also set up here a variety of bokeh. Standard, swirly, soft focus, and white, and bubbles. Bubbles is supposed to be the novelty of the system. If you're going for Leica, you still have the goodies with bubbles and all that. Each of them will generate a different effect in your blurriness. Then we have the photo section with, once again, a lot of options: slow motion, movie, supermoon, fast shot. Fast shot is actually useful for fast moving events like a car racing by, for example. This is the fast shot. This is the feature that's called motion capture. You can use a variety of focal lengths here, going up to a huge 135mm. You can pull from here again to see a panorama, dual video, ultra HD, time-lapse and long exposure. When you skip to video, you can go as high as 8K filming with all the back cameras. Now, aside from that, there's also a set of options here, but those are related to the one you saw before. Other options here: teleprompter, shoot steady, which is basically extra stabilization if you want to, slightly zoomed in, as you can see from the get-go, and super macro and night, once again for filming. This is the Pro mode, which lets you tweak focus, white balance, ISO, shutter, exposure, and more. And you can also have other things here: multicam setup, auto exposure, and log. You can do colorization afterwards on your PC with a specialized software. The Pro mode also lets you play with some formats which I haven't seen before, like something like JPEG, RAW or URAW. So yeah, that's something pretty special. Now, when it comes to the software, let's actually have a look at it. So we go here. Actually, here it's HyperOS 2.0, relying on Android 15, adding some extra RAM here. So aside from your basic RAM, you're also getting extra RAM 16 plus 6. And I should probably also mention that you're getting 4 years of Android updates. Okay, so the AI smarts are included in a separate section, which will detail all of them. So you should actually be able to find it. Xiaomi Hyper AI. So first of all, there's Gemini available here. You can just press here and show me a recipe that includes chickpeas.
Chickpeas are incredibly versatile. Here's a popular and
you can even extract recipes from YouTube videos. There's also Gemini settings, the way you activate it. It also has AI app boost. So you have AI writing. You can improve your writing and generate text every time. You can expand, polish, proofread, and summarize writing. So if you have a text in your note-taking application, this will help you by correcting mistakes or suggesting stuff. In the gallery of photos, you can enhance photos, you can do AI image expansion, cut or expand from the aspect ratio, erase human subjects, or use AI film to combine photos and videos into a collage video. There's speech recognition here, transcription, distinguish speakers, summarize and translate. Basically, what you're going to do is use the recorder that you have here to record people speaking and then generate a summary in text format. Now, aside from that, we have the AI interpreter and AI subtitles. Those can be achieved from here, so you can have them translate conversation and subtitles. You can access them from here. This is one of them. This is AI subtitles, agree, and then you can have the other one, this one. Translate conversation happens in real time. You can also do this face to face, so half of you sees half the screen and go from Chinese to English, French, and what have you. Those are some of the AI smarts that you're getting here. Now, the phone also shoots Dolby Vision 4K 60 frames per second, 10-bit log, so it's quite the camera phone. You can even shoot 4K 120 frames per second in cinematic slow motion, so a lot of goodies happening here. Okay, so you can also buy a special kit. It's called a photography kit. It's 130 euros. You're going to attach it here. There's a removable shutter. There is a grip case with extra battery, 2000 mAh, filter adapter, 67 millimeters, and I would say that's pretty much it. So once again, aside from everything that you're getting here, let's say I'm getting on a website. Circle this character and find out who she is, either the actress or the character. That's just one example, thanks to the brand new Circle to Search. You can also listen to songs and identify them, or just translate what's on the screen. Now, as far as the pictures are concerned, once you take a photo and you go here, you're open to a variety of choices. And I'm talking about editing here. You press this, you got your auto, crop, filter, basic, and this is the AI with erase, sky, and so much more. So this is the camera phone Xiaomi 15 Ultra. I have yet to see another phone with 4 cameras capable of 8K capture and 4 cameras with Leica lenses, plus those trademark filters that they apply from the know-how. You can see here Leica Authentic, Leica Vibrant. Those are the styles you're playing with, plus some extra filters here like a vivid, natural, black and white, sepia, blue. You can create your own look for your photos. And they're actually pretty cool if you're going to properly test the device. Looking forward to seeing it in Europe for a good price. This is from GSMDome.com. This has been the unboxing of the powerful camera phone Xiaomi 15 Ultra. Goodbye.